friends. I just want to give you an update on the current Apex situation. Not much has changed, and that is the problem. Um, this whole thing is such an exhausting shit show, and it's just wearing me out. 2 weeks ago, almost, it's Wednesday now, so 2 weeks and a couple days, a bunch of us lost our accounts, and we don't have any updates on the live program that we all got transitioned to. Um, It happened out of the blue. All of our accounts were frozen mid session with no explanation. They didn't put out a mass announcement. And a couple days later, they produced an onboarding webinar, which at the time was an explanation of the full live program. That has since, that is now not the live full program. They released a video a week later because Daryl was busy and wasn't able to convey the actual live program to Dan Cook. So Daryl laid out the full live program to us, and um, even that wasn't the full live program. So then they released the FAQ, which is the full live program. Yet we still don't have our accounts, and we have received no updates on the current state of those accounts. Um, People try to have support tickets to ask for updates on the matter, on the situation, and they get closed immediately. It's really impossible to know what's going on because the leadership structure of Apex Trader Funding does not communicate with us. In fact, it seems as though they have contempt for us. Um, it is reasonable for us to be suspicious and to be critical and to be confused and to be suspicious of the management. The most obvious case for this is that in their previous rules it stated if we were going to get moved to live, we had the option to withdraw our full sim balance. For me, that's about 45-50K. For others, it's the same. For others, it's less. For others, it's more. That was the rules. Cool. We even have examples of people being granted that right. And all of us were forced moved to live mid-session without our ability to have a say in things. When they said that we previously we had a say in things, but now they're saying we don't have a say in things. We think it's not clear. They're force moving us to live. Instead of giving us the ability to withdraw our full sim balance, it would be we get to walk with $3,000, and that's as of right now. It's subject to change. We may not even get that right because as of last night, a guy was freaking out, rightfully so, because of Apex's shady business practices. Then John, he, the golden creepy guy, John basically called him a terrorist, for criticizing. It's like he's Israel or something, the Likud party. You're not allowed to criticize the nation state of Israel's actions without being anti-Semitic. So if you criticize um, Apex, you're a terrorist or something. You're Hitler, right? And they're Winston Churchill or something. Like, fuck off. It's so ridiculous. They're so insecure. Why are they so insecure? Why are they so reactive? Why is there, why is it when you touch the wound, this open wound of, well, why don't I have my accounts? What's going on? Why are my tickets automatically being closed? When you touch that wound, they freak out. They react really strongly. Oh, it's because it's sensitive. It's open. Something's wrong, right? Something's got to be wrong. Why are they acting this way? If nothing, like, just think about, um, you know, if you make an accusation towards someone for doing something wrong, and they are like, yeah, you're right. I should have handled that better. My communication just really hasn't been all that great. I'm sorry. I should have conveyed that better to you. You don't think anything of it. It's like not suspicious. It's like, oh well, cool. Anyway, we can move forward now because that was an honest answer to my reasonable accusation and suspicion. But if you accuse me and I just start freaking out, you could say that it's unfair to accuse me of such things. But if I start calling you names as a response to it, and I start having a little meltdown, panicking like I'm 7 years old, and someone just took my toy away or something, and I'm not socialized, that says more about the person getting accused than the accuser. Because people who get accused and have done nothing wrong act very calm and collected and composed. And Apex Trader Funding is acting like a mafia. They're acting like, you know, the cancel culture regime. They're banning people from Reddit for, you know, having promoting a Discord. But that's the only way that we're able to communicate with one another and to stay up to date on what's going on, because they don't let us talk in their Discord. They don't even let you have emojis to their announcements anymore. They removed that privilege. They don't let people comment on Twitter underneath their posts because they get ratioed so much. And, you know, the problem with them is that they think, and I don't know if they're, I think they believe their own lies. They're so full of themselves. They're in so deep to the great lie that they put on that they are convinced of it. It's hard to know for sure. Um, that they can't see that we have anything reasonable to say, like, hey, bud, I had like 50 grand in 20 of my accounts and you just took them and now you're giving me a $3,000 option or to trade with, like, after seeing John's tweets, the way that he reacts on social media, like, if that's the CEO of this company or that's a head guy who has influential decisions on, like, I don't I don't want my money anywhere near that guy. And if they ever see this, I'm gonna get permanently banned because they're so insecure. Um, but the whole thing is such a mess, and their leadership is not reacting in a way that is looking good for us. It's really looking like we're not going to make it. It doesn't even look like we're going to be. I don't even know if we're going to be able to accept 3 grand and walk. And personally, I don't know whether to. Um, I don't know whether to. So I have like 45, 50 grand in sim balance. So given their current rules, um, the rules are you start with a $0 account, and so now you have to start from scratch, and we have to earn our buffer again. So we have to earn 3,100 instead of 2,100 from the normal 50k PA. So you can earn 3,100, and then anything above that 3,100 is yours, 90% of. Okay, you get to plus 4,500, you get a new account. Every 4,500, you get a new account until you get 5 accounts. I had 20 accounts, so I can get 5 accounts max. Okay. Um, Either way, I got to earn $250,000 starting from $0, $3,000 drawdown. That's a lot. Um, some people need to make $700,000 from. So the scalingness of this is suspect. It's very suspect. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know whether to just take free money because $3,000 and walk. Part of me wants to just grind it out for 2 years and see what I can do and try and earn that money back. Part of me is like, are they not going to let me get access to my vault? Are they gonna do something fishy? Is Apex gonna be around in 2 years? I I honestly have no idea. I don't know what I'm gonna do. None of us really know what to do. Um, Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So I ultimately I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're kind of in an impossible situation where I don't trust the leadership. I don't even know if I'm gonna get the 3K. I don't want the 3K. I want my full sim balance because I earned it. Um, and that was their previous rules as stated. I'm not sure if that's legal. I don't know if they have full power over me in this regard. The John was making it seem like they have full power over all of us, but let's talk about their solvency. Let's talk about their unknown balance sheet. So let's just say that the average person they moved live has about, I don't know, 40 grand in their 40, 50 grand in their account. So like $2,500 in there, across 20 accounts is about, and there's about 1,500 people, 1,000, 2,000 people. Let's just say 15,000, 1,500 people that got moved live. That's about $60, $70 million that they would have to forcibly pay out if we all declined. So they definitely don't have that sort of money based on how they're acting. There's no way, right? They're acting way too suspect, way too hostile, way too accusational, way too strange, way too hush about the situation. Why have they not given us our live accounts yet? Do they even have the funds to fund our live account? It really seems like they were having money issues, and so they forcibly moved all of us, and they took the risk that, because you see people's reactions you hear people talking, and they're just gonna. Most people are probably just gonna blow um, the live account. They're gonna gamble with it, and that was the calculation that Apex made. They said, I'm gonna think conspiratorially from them. They said, okay, there's 1,500 people. We owe them probably collectively 50, 60, $70 million if we move them to live and they withdraw their full sim balance. We can't afford that. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to convince them or force or not, just by force, compel them to move to a live account, and we're going to give them a 3K starting balance, and we'll promise them we'll promise them the money in a vault. But here's what we're going to do: we're going to make the rules so impossible that most of them are never going to achieve this. Maybe 6 of them will in a year or so. Most of them are going to gamble with that 3K account, and they're going to liquidate themselves. And once they max out the amount of times they move to live, because they're giving us 10 minis on a $3,000 account. Are you high? Who would trade like that? Someone who's gambling, and that's what they're betting on. They're betting on you blowing up the account, and they did the math where it's like, okay, we can pay out $67 million of payouts, which we can't afford, or we can just burn $15 million from all of these people getting moved to live with a $3,000 account. I don't know if it's 15 million, but or just a few $1 million. We can just burn a few $1 million because all these people are going to lose their account, and we'll just eat the losses. We'll just eat the vaults on the people who actually trade this thing well. Which the amount of people with Apex who are disciplined is probably like I can count them on 2 hands, right? Because people gamble like crazy on these accounts. Um, it's a casino. Apex is the casino, and they're the mafia, and they own the casino. And so that was probably their calculation. It makes sense on their end, but for people trying to trade and earnestly, which I had my accounts for 2 years. I'm getting shafted, and now I'm put in an impossible situation where it's like, what if I trade this account for a year and a half, and then there's some back end thing I don't understand where they just kind of seize my money? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Um, so that was probably their calculation about the math of things. We don't know, of course, because they refuse still to give us any more information on the live program, the updates of our accounts. We are forced to speculate, and we're still here in purgatory, even though a lot of us spent tens of thousands of dollars, a few $1,000s, $10,000. All we want is our sim balance. That's it. We don't want anything to do with you anymore. And that's the problem. They know we don't want anything to do with them anymore, and so they put we're just in an impossible situation. They probably don't even have the funds. The reason why it's taking so long is they might not even have the funds to fund the live account. Like we genuinely don't know. So they're waiting. So they're pushing deals to accumulate more money so that they can pay us out. The most fraudulent thing about this is anyone who is still an Apex show, people who are indifferent towards it, people who trade prop in the space, who trade prop and use affiliate links, and people who use affiliate links, people who use Apex as affiliate links, people who are exclusively an Apex trader, people who've shilled for Apex in the past. If you don't say anything about this, fuck you. I mean, fuck you. This is like a lot of us. I mean, I don't. Who would listen to anyone in the prop firm trading space? I mean, a lot of people are they're so unbearable, and the live stream gambler. I'm not trying to judge too hard. Just um, I'm not talking towards the people who make money, just the course sellers and the mentorship people, the people who are unbelievably cringy and don't make money, but make money through their affiliate links. Like, why? This should be a big deal for everybody, because if Apex is going to act like this, all the other prop firms are going to act like this too. If they have liquidity issues, we may be witnessing the archetype of a failing prop firm right now in front of our eyes. And so it's important to know that these are the signs. This is the way that a prop firm reacts into their fall, right? If you don't prevent people from having a dialogue in your Discord or underneath your social media posts, unless you're trying to hide something, right? It's not FUD, it's not misinformation. There are genuine concerns, and I'm sure some of it is because people are frustrated with themselves and have their own conflicts, and they take it out on you, which, like, are you not a big boy? Can you not take it? Jeez. The whole problem with this entire mess is how suspicious and how hush they're trying to make it. I mean, they haven't even put one general message out in their Discord, which, I mean, there's like a 1,500 or 2,000 of your best traders are in this dilemma, or are in this problem, and that's why it all comes down to contempt. I mean, John literally called us terrorists on social media. They don't negotiate with terrorists. I mean, They call us terrorists for telling people what's going on in the situation. We have questions. You close our tickets. You don't let us. You don't hear any of our complaints. That's the problem when you cut people off like this. Is you just don't even want to hear it. So you can't ever hear genuine criticism or concern. So you separate yourself in a bubble. You put yourself in a sort of this elite bubble where you know, all you hear is John's own golden thoughts of who knows what goes on in that guy's brain, or the three leadership, the Dan Cook, Daryl, John, circle jerk. Um, anyway, it's nothing's changed. It's unbelievably frustrating. I don't have anything important to say about it other than I'm venting my frustration because, and you start trading well, and you're like, damn, I if I had my 20 Apex accounts still, like that would have been like 25 grand over the course of a week. Like that sucks. Like that was an unbelievable amount of risk I had in my arsenal, which I paid for fairly, that I traded earnestly, that I wasn't gambling, wasn't windfall gambling, wasn't doing anything sketchy. And now I don't have access to it anymore for no reason, for getting moved to live, of which I don't even have a live account. So they move me live with no, and they don't even have a live program set up. Everything about this is suspect. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like fuck this company, fuck um, Daryl and John and Dan, and making me take a fucking regulation course, a quiz, like all of like the barriers to all of this. It's not seamless. It's not fluid like with everybody else. It's a it's there's and we don't even have the accounts. It's just barrier, barrier, barrier prevention. And if you want to walk, you can have 1/20th of your sim balance. Go fuck yourself. It's contempt. Um, and they can't even see it. They get ratioed by Top Step, and they can't even, like, everybody knows. Like, do they not see that we all know? Like, how can they not see that we all see? They think we're retarded. Really. They think we're retarded, and they think we're terrorists, which is just hilarious. Yeah, okay. This got a little bit more ranty than I was expecting for it to be, so